My name is Oscar and I'm here to dance.
I just can't get past the smiles and the energy as they come into the building.
It really brings the museum to life.
And a lot of the kids walked in and were like, this place is crazy, it's beautiful.
To me, it's like Christmas. It's such an amazing celebration.
It's like an incredible feeling where you get to create something and then people get to be a part of it and get to experience it too.
I just kind of jumped into it and I took a chance, and I think that is very important.
It lets me be someone else that I'm not, right? And so it's kind of being a break from out the way.
When I picked up the violin, I connected with the instrument and I could express myself.
I like to draw people and plants.
I kind of like coiled a bunch of strips of clay and then we wrapped it around and made the body.
It was cool because it's on a big screen and
media is becoming a lot more popular because kids are immersed in it. So it's important for them to know how it's made, just like it's important to know how a painting is made.
For students at this level to see this as an expression of who they are, something that can be celebrated on a larger stage, I think is hugely important.
This festival is a living portfolio of the Arts Education Master Plan.
The Arts Education Master Plan is a promise that we keep, and it's a promise for access and equity in arts education.
So when I read it, I said, wow, I can't believe San Francisco is doing this.
I feel like this district has really put a lot of effort and emphasis into the arts and making them important.
It's never been so focused. It involves so many levels.
I had never heard of a district with an actual plan.
It gives all these wonderful, great artists a chance to sit down and think about, well, what are we going to do the next 10 years?
San Francisco is one of the few cities, major cities in the world that are really not only talking the talk, but walking the walk.
The Arts Education Master Plan is what makes that promise real. It has multiple focus areas. We want to make sure that we use San Francisco as the campus.
We're so very fortunate here in San Francisco to have so many resources in the community.
I think the kids of San Francisco are really lucky because they're surrounded by all of these interesting people and art.
San Francisco is so diverse, so it's great having different influences of different artists and different careers.
The entire city is our stage.
Partnership is at the heart of the work.
The San Francisco Arts Commission is proud to be a longtime partner with the San Francisco Unified School District.
There's so much talent around me, which really inspires me. It raises the expectations up when they're thinking in that more professional light.
It helps the kids connect with more professional organizations such as, well, the San Francisco Opera and the San Francisco Symphony.
826 Valencia and the Marsh Theater.
Every single time you do a project, you have a connection with someone in the community.
We had no idea the effect this was going to have on ACT. We feel a deep pride in our art form because of how we've seen it transform young people and how they have transformed us.
The collaboration of everyone, parents, teachers, community members, artists, from the superintendent down to the paraprofessional, is what it will take in order to keep this promise.
The fact that the city stands behind it, the fact that our school district and administration stand behind it, and we know that our parents and community stand behind it.
So it's like one big family, principals, teachers, parents, and the children.
I found that it's not enough to have an amazing leader. It's not even enough to have amazing teachers. You have to have everything from the ground to the sky working together and everything in between.
The Arts Education Master Plan has 6 pillars that it is founded on, and one of them is sequential arts education.
Having the same person work with our students for longer periods of time, year after year, really builds up the program.
For me, it's really a pleasure to see the development of the students since they are in kindergarten and now they go all the way to 8 with dance.
And over the years they get to find what they're really good at, and just like in reading and writing, they get to get better at it.
Well, I've been doing choir since I was like second, third grade, and I've always loved it.
And then in 7th grade I finally figured out that I would open my throat to hit the high notes, and in 8th grade I can hit high notes now.
Even though it seems like the arts are their own entity, they're actually supplemental to everything that the children are learning.
So when we incorporate the arts into our everyday programming,
We're giving kids opportunities that otherwise would be shut out.
It puts everything at a sort of equal level, which is where it should be.
Integration of our students' culture is really validating our students.
It just speaks to us, and she wants us to learn more about where we come from.
I feel excited because it's a song that's in Spanish.
The beauty of it is I get to work with students from all over the world.
We assure that there are resources and staffing that make all this work possible. One of the strategies that we have used is to assure that every school has an arts coordinator.
So we're going out into the San Francisco community, diversifying our exposure to the resources that are available for us to bring into the classroom.
To make sure that there is that one person on the school side beyond the principal that is the linchpin.
We get to actually hear about the programs that are available to our students, and especially for teenagers, I think it's really important to plug them into things.
The VAPA artists are credentialed teachers, specifically trained to educate children in the arts.
I've always imagined that there was a job quite like this, where I could combine teaching with the artist part of me.
There are children having experiences with art by having a real artist saying, go ahead, it's okay to be messy.
We know that one of the most powerful ways, if not the most powerful way, to enhance teaching and learning is through powerful, authentic, exciting professional development. To feel invigorated is where we need to go as educators, as teachers, and certainly as principal leaders.
Innovation and inspiration.
If you have a site administrator that supports the arts, you will get that encouragement. It'll spread to the teachers.
So one of the things that the SFUSD VAPA department has done is create a series of exciting, engaging professional developments for principals called Principals for the Arts. And this group of principals, this cadre of principals, has a deep, enriching arts experience, and then they talk about scheduling as a design
art teachers
challenge.
working with our students once a week to create a program that starts in kindergarten, builds all the way through 8th grade.
I'm trying to use my experiences and my inspiration for principals for the arts to help in the planning process moving forward.
I feel more artistic as a person after having been through this.
I like the white alien with the tongue sticking out.
I think we're lucky to live in a city that actually provides a program like this.
It's like not Super Bowl, but it's like a big game for them.
I never thought that I would perform at the Asian Art Museum.
My favorite part of the week was when El Dorado School sang a song about Ruth Azawa.
To be able to actually perform something that they learned and deliver in this space, I think is really, really memorable.
It's completely an inclusive environment.
It's where we can show we're keeping our promise. We all want a better world. I want a better world for my grandson, William. He's 6 years old and attends a public school. And I believe arts education is the road to that better world.
Scientists would not be scientists and be bringing us new things if they did not have their imagination and their creativity.
Art is about looking into yourself and finding the truest part of you that you can find and putting it out there. It is an affirmation of the beauty of yourself.